So we're here doing author visits, but in addition to that, Annie has become my second student author from ReadyAimWrite Kids LLC, which is my second publishing company. It's like an imprint of ReadyAimWrite Publishing. ReadyAimWrite Kids is a publishing company by kids who write books for kids. So that's strictly all that it is. We don't publish adult books. We don't do even children's books by me through that company. It's all through students that I meet through schools. Every school I've been to for the past 8 to 9 months, we've done this exercise called flash fiction. And flash fiction is a fictional story written on one side of one sheet of paper. And from that, I read the hundreds or so submissions, and we try to pick one winner per school so that we can publish their book. And so in this case for Annie, she and 3 other students were part of the finalists, and then we asked them for a 150 word synopsis of what their story is going to be, whether they like to have their book illustrated, and what their plans are. And she ended up winning, and that's why we're here to celebrate her book release. And also we spent time with 6th and 7th graders today doing personal workshopping with Tony, my illustrator. We did something called Insta Art, which is another hands-on activity that we do with the kids. And then we did, again, flash fiction. So Annie, among Paige and all the other ones behind me, it's been different and unique for me because usually I'm just doing books for my books. And in Tony, I have illustrating, okay? With the students, it's a learning process for everybody because here's the thing. When you're dealing with kids this age, 11, 12, 13, 14, you don't want to cut them down with traditional editing. So like my editor, who's in Minnesota, she'll take my work and just hatchet it, okay? Because I have thick skin. Most authors have to. You can't have an ego. But when you're dealing with students, you can't damage them this young. So we do light editing with them, right? We want to make sure all the grammar's correct. We want to make sure everything's correct. But we don't pick apart their stories so that the last thing they want to hear is like, oh, I did this wrong, I'm never writing again. You don't want them to fail like that. So we do very light editing, working with Annie's parents, working with Annie, finding out how her story's going, outlining. It's rewarding for me because this is the first time or second time I get to work with a student author. So it's just been really a neat experience from the get-go. And now watching her like have a book signing at the school, which I know I'm turning here, but like it's so cool for me to see this process. I always talk about to the kids that writing and illustrating is a process, that it starts from the beginning. And everything started with Annie with flash fiction, just one simple sheet of paper. And now she has a little novel in her hands that she can, sell for the rest of her life. I mean, put on a resume if she wants. I own and operate ReadyAimWrite Publishing, which is strictly for my books, things like that. ReadyAimWrite Kids is just another company that I wanted to have an imprint of, sort of like other publishing houses. They have imprints of other departments that they have. So I created ReadyAimWrite just for the students, just when we go into schools and do flash fiction and Insta Art. And this is their opportunity without any red tape, like traditional publishing companies, big box publishers. There's so many rules and regulations to become an author. It's like getting struck by lightning. I mean, you really have to go through a lot. Literary agents, the whole thing. With me, there's no red tape. It's who has the most creative story, and we're going to publish that. That's it, period. So that's what ReadyAimWrite Kids really is. It's an opportunity for kids to thrive and flourish doing what they do best, which is write and illustrate.